the city on my silent tongue. Sawubona mama, he begins. He is riding in the back of a black car splashed violet and dark blue from the street lamps on the highway. He pauses, backspace, begins again. Hello mother. Tap send. Languages sit at the back of his throat covered in mist. They speak to him from the tendrils of vapor, beckon him to the precipice. His mother types a reply. Her son has returned from another land of idioms that poisoned his wall of a tongue. Welcome home, mfana wami. The comma, a border between a world she helped craft, separating him from himself. Part of his tongue blames his mother. When he was born, she took a panga and sliced the words that rustled like a clicking forest from his mouth. It was a gentle mistake. The cutting, the blood. She offered him pontificate, abstraction, memory, words from books as poultice for the wounds. She was arming him for the fight with the enemy. The wounds did not trouble him in his youth. He had philosophized and Plato's allegory of the cave to impress his friends into silence. He had Domani and La Luce del Giorno, Sussurro to dazzle in their faces. They marveled at the canvas of his mouth, colored thick green like home, but with rums tasting only of foreign. He got older. That's when the fever began. In the streets of Guguletu, he felt the itching spread. A woman in a restaurant cut him down in seconds. She smelt the English on him the moment he walked through the door. He was a traitor. The itching fueled the fever. Family from the township, when they did speak English, broke it open like a hot fat cook. Steam draped the room and accents slipping and sliding, his tongue chased, never able to quite swallow. Family from the rural areas, their bellies were full of all the right language. And he was a city of silence, dead leaves spooling around the corners of its mouth. Ugogo, after she kissed him tenderly, looked sternly at the abrasions on his tongue. He had floundered around in Zulu. His mother, Panga Berry, tried to shield him. She threw in a twinkling laugh, a remark that his grandmother pretended to be distracted by, allowed him and his tongue time to retreat into a room. Crumble. He rummaged for the antidote in books. A shot of Latin, French. Those words made him cough, splutter, more burning, more cackling buildings raised on the corpses of dead leaves, more rotting. He could not be healed by the hills of Sacramento or the frozen Lago di Varese. He needed sun at his tongue's tip. He needed soil and dust of meadowlands. He fell into the books of his people. Hard names. He tried anyway. His was to bend his tongue to the leaves, to take the leaves back to the forest at her roots, to open his throat to the shadows beneath the trees. He is driving back to his mother right now. There is a split in the highway, a fork. He shakes his head. How many backspaces to erase oneself completely? He types a message to his mother. Mother, I am glad to... Bites his lip. Backspace. Begins again. Ngiyajabula ngoba esikhaya, mama.